Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now I would like to call up Angelica Smith and Spencer Religio to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening. I'm Amanda Grundell, the principal of Pontiac High School. And on behalf of the Foster Gloucester School District, I would like to welcome proud parents, family members, and loved ones. Welcome dedicated Foster Gloucester faculty and staff, alumni, and guests. Welcome our school committee, elected officers, elected officials, Dr. Barnes and Dr. Palazzo, and of course, we welcome you, our graduating class of 2022 commencement ceremony. I would like to welcome class council members Kristen Briggs and Chloe Skeen-Poirier, who will address the class.
Good evening. On behalf of the class of 2022, we want to welcome all our friends, family, and loved ones. Each person here today holds a special place in the hearts of all our graduates. We couldn't thank you enough for taking the time out of your day to be here to support us in the final hurrah of our high school journey. Since elementary school, we have created memories, made friends, and experienced life together. So painting our hands on the wall in the Kapnedzik Payne Elementary School hallway, screaming outside on our final field day, we were oblivious to the remarkable community we would soon be a part of, oblivious to the unique array of personalities, aspirations, and aesthetics that we would soon be introduced to, oblivious to our lifelong best friends we would soon meet, the state championships we would soon win, and the Choose to Include celebrations we would soon be such an important part of. But we were also oblivious to the 2 years of high school we would practically miss out on, the masks that would take over our outgoing personalities, and the missed dances, spirit weeks, and celebrations that brought us so much joy. However, through all the covered faces, black Zoom screens, and lost sports seasons, we still became those cool high schoolers we dreamt of being. John Brierly placed first in the Sports and Entertainment Marketing Series and Marketing Cluster exam for DECA, which sent him, along with Nick Hooper, Colin Barlow, and Jerry Zhang, to the DECA Nationals in Atlanta, Georgia, where they proudly represented our school. Additionally, for Abby Basquet and Alyssa Peretta, after 4 years of quiet, hard work, our valedictorian, Abby, will be attending Brown University, and our salutatorian, Alyssa, will be attending Yale University. And even though you guys didn't complete your associate's degree at CCRI before graduating high school like Chelsea Coons, we ask that you don't forget about us when you become famous. And as many of you probably don't know, one of the most impressive accomplishments of our 2022 class comes from the Gongoliers of our robotics team. They qualified and competed in regionals this year, and although they cannot attend, this was the first year they ever qualified for Worlds. Their president this year was a member of our 2022 class, Sol Dillon, who did a great job of leading them along the way. I also want to shout out Lucas Vanner, Jordan Andrade, and Gavin Collette, as they are the first recipients of the Ponagansett Inclusion Award. It has been a privilege for our class to be a part of the amazing inclusive community at Ponagansett and be surrounded by people like them. And for some of our favorite memories, we got to watch Mrs. Boyden and Tyler Brown take to the dance floor at the 2022 Spring Gala, our very own Spider-Man make the news, and we can't forget, after 4 years of falling asleep in class after 4 a.m. practice, our boys hockey team still didn't make it to the finals. However, the girls hockey team won the Division I state championship. Maybe you guys could have used some of their help. Additionally, in the sports industry, Sam McPhee became a standout athlete, earning MVP in her final state championship basketball game at Ponagansett. Even though we all know she still can't go out in public without Maya Hanna, at least she is good at basketball. Overall, our class of 2022 captured 5 state championships, including girls ice hockey, girls basketball, cheerleading, unified basketball, which includes the best cheerleader our school could have asked for, Hannah Greggy, and finally, our Division IV Super Bowl championships with the Memorial Gilbane Award recipient, Marcus Carpenter, and Linebacker of the Year, Nick Viner. I'm sure we're all glad you ended up winning after the money we spent in an effort to follow the theme of the football game. But we can't forget their most spirited fan, Zach Poirier, who will be lined up for autographs and pictures after the ceremony. We would also like to mention Campbell Boyden, Malin Riordan, and Angelica Smith raised over $15,000 for the 2022 Polar Plunge. This was all while Malin spent most of his high school career in another country or skiing in Vermont. And you wouldn't think the FFA kids lined with their trucks in the back row of the parking lot would represent our school at the Big E in the landscaping design competition. Or that Mason Drown, Layla Abazara, and Chloe Skeen would represent the art department and our school in displaying their work at the Gift of Art celebration. So from elementary school to senior year, we created a unified family in which we shared our memories. With that being said, thank you for supporting our outstanding class today. And make sure on the way out, you watch out for Angela DiMarzio. She's a bad driver.
She may even be worse than me. And while I haven't had the pleasure of spending the years of preschool to 8th grade with all of you, without a doubt, the Ponagansett community has welcomed me and numerous others with open arms. And that is the power of inclusion. We were never not met with smiling faces and explanations to all the inside jokes that we missed out on. To say that Ponagansett offers an inclusive community would be an understatement. What I think is that you really truly have to be a part of this community to understand what it really means to be a chieftain. You have to watch the interactions among students and see the smiles that were hidden behind masks for so long. And like Kristen mentioned, we unfortunately missed out on some quintessential high school events, but I think that we were able to make some exciting traditions on our own. I mean, who else gets to have Spider-Man guest appearances at sports games or see all the talent that our high school has to offer? And it is with these memories that we leave behind our beloved chieftain community. that years passed sooner than anyone could have anticipated. Thinking back to elementary school, everyone had big dreams, and today we are waiting right on the edge, ready to chase those dreams on our own. Every person, every name painted on the rock in the front circle has the ability to make their dreams a reality. Let what we have all accomplished just in the past 4 years be a lesson to you all. When we truly want something, work for something, and are passionate, anything is possible no matter the circumstances. Thank you for helping us grow and shape us into the people we are today and the people we are about to become. Congratulations and welcome to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Kristen and Chloe. I would now like to welcome our retiring superintendent, Dr. Michael Barnes.
Good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of addressing you for the final time as the proud superintendent of Foster Gloucester Schools. 35 years ago, I began my career in education, and I started serving this community 34 years ago when I accepted a job as a teacher at Pontiac High School. I have watched these schools change and evolve over the years as a teacher and as an administrator. But as much as our schools have changed, what has been really important, the core values of our school have stayed the same. The caring, the personalization, and the sense of community. This morning, I attended a kindergarten play and celebration at Captain Isaac Payne Elementary School and then rushed over to the senior breakfast just to catch the tail end of our parents cleaning up. But that sense of community was palpable in that room as they worked together, being nostalgic about their experiences with you, our soon-to-be graduates. That really sense of community that has kept in this school system for years has been one of the things I have truly valued about Pontiac. Since announcing my retirement, I've had the opportunity to reflect on my career and all the amazing adults I've had the pleasure to work with. When I started serving as superintendent in 2018, our graduating seniors were just starting to enter preschool. It's amazing how quickly it all goes. And I've thought about and had the opportunity to, almost felt like a kindred spirit with the seniors. Everything seemed like to be my last. My last time chaperoning a prom, my last time going to an awards night or going to an athletic banquet or attending a sporting event. And knowing I was doing these things for the last time brought back such powerful memories of a career and the opportunity to work with children like graduating tonight and all the children over the years. And it really did help cement what an amazing place this is. In graduation, as much as we can be nostalgic about it, is not an end. It really is a beginning. It's an event filled with pride, joy, and hope as one chapter in your life ends and another begins. We've all experienced the challenges of COVID in our schools and our families. Being able to close out this year with students not wearing masks, hosting events in person, being able to see people smile while talking face-to-face has helped us all reconnect to the Pontiac community. And as challenging as COVID has been, there's been some positive and tangible outcomes, like having graduation up here on our athletic fields. Over the past 4 years, the graduating class of 2022 has shined academically and personally. You have pushed each other to be better and to develop in multiple ways. And you took challenging advanced placement classes. You earned college credits and industry certifications at higher rates than any other class. 152 students in this graduating class completed a 3-year career in technical education sequence, and 19 of them completed 2 career and technical education pathways. You won awards for excellence in arts and music. You won 5 state championships in athletics. You formed friendships that will last for years to come. In short, you are well-rounded, capable, kind-hearted, and caring students who I am proud to say will be our graduates of Pontiac High School, at least in another hour or so. So for some closing advice I'd like to offer to our graduates. Some of these are words written by others, but they've helped guide my life. Find your passion, your purpose, and pursue them ferociously. If you are following your heart and pursuing a career, it will never feel like work. Treat people with kindness and respect. They might not remember the specific words that you use, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And we have worked to prepare you in so many different ways, but I think back to, there's just like 3 simple things or 3 simple words that can help you have such success in college and life. It's look for work. Let me say that again. 3 simple words, look for work. And what I mean by that is if you're at a job and you finish the task, look for something else to do. Pick up a broom, pick something up, put something away, ask a supervisor if there's something else you can do. That type of little thing of going above and beyond will have tremendous success for you in careers. The same holds true at home. Take out the garbage, empty the dishwasher, do something without being asked by your partner. The parents know what I'm talking about with that one. As this will be my final speech as superintendent, I did want to share my appreciation for all of you. To our students, I want to thank you for making this an unbelievable job, something that's been a worthwhile career. As I've watched you, this generation and others, grow academically, grow personally, to push yourself to earn college credits, to want more and more out of high school, it's motivated us to try and do more and more on your behalf. Seeing you grow into amazing young men and women is why we all do this work, and you have fulfilled that ideal, this class. To our parents, our grandparents, our family members, thank you for your partnership over the years. The support you have provided to our schools have helped create a community in and out of Pontiac that is second to none. There's a reason why people who graduated from Pontiac come back to live in these communities and raise their children here. And finally, to the adults who work in the building on a daily basis. We have teachers and administrators who care about kids in such a deep way. When I was at the Department of Education, I spent a full week in 30 different schools, and the culture here and the caring that people have in this school system for students and for each other is second to none. It's about finding the personalization, finding what a kid needs and really individualizing for them and growing each other as learners. I cannot be more proud than have worked with the teachers and administrators here. The same goes for our custodians who get our schools ready for learning, our secretaries and our teachers' assistants. The Pontiac family permeates this school at all levels. Our school committee members over the years have allowed innovative programs to grow in these school systems. It's helped Pontiac become what it is. Working together, everyone has really created a school system here that schools around the state have worked to emulate. I have tremendous respect for all the people who help develop the students' passion, purpose, and proficiency and make them ready for graduation. Thank you for the honor of serving as a teacher and superintendent in these communities. It has truly been my honor and privilege, and I will miss you in this work more than you know. And finally, to our graduates, congratulations on your accomplishments. Remember, wherever you go and whatever you do, you will always be a member of the Pontiac family. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Barnes. Next, we have the Chamber Chorus performing The Road Home by Stephen Paulus. And now our class advisors, Ashley Burns, Heather Bovenzi, and Nancy Boyden.
Good evening and welcome, families, friends, community members, colleagues, and of course, the graduating class of 2022. Many of the students here tonight know me as Miss Burns, but after 4 years, some have come to know me by my far less formal name as Burnsy. Thank you, Giselle DeBarros, for bringing that to life every time you walked into class this year. Along with Mrs. Bovenzi and Mrs. Boyden, we have had the amazing opportunity to guide your graduate as their class advisors over the last 4 years. Tonight, it only feels right to speak directly to the graduating class, as it is their night and their accomplishments that have brought us here today. So, seniors, here we are. It's your big day. 4 years of memories, achievements, and endless laughs. It was during your freshman year that I was introduced to many of you as you became the first cohort of humanities students. Shout out, Miss KV, we had a great year. There were endless moments of laughter that year. It seemed like every class I would walk in from the hall, greeting my students, and see John Brierly on top of his chair trying to climb into the ceiling. Maya Hanna, you gave us the best solo performance of The Crucible that anyone could ask for. And who could forget the amazing kickline recording at the end of your party? It was at the end of your freshman year that I knew so many of you had personality. So when Mrs. Bovenzi cornered me and asked me to join in on being your advisor, I couldn't say no. But like really I couldn't, she gave me no option. Not to mention, all the personalities from this class, you needed an advisor crew with personality to match. Interestingly enough, hindsight's 2020, and I hope to never look at another dance ticket list or table assignment document ever again. But with all refunds aside, and boy do I hope those are done, each and every year, we've had the chance to get to know you more and more. Like Jaden Sear, and Matthias Barros, and of course, Aiden Colley, who never walk by you without a big smile and a joyful hello. Or Jack Ferns and his contagious laugh that I hope he never loses. Where would we be without the amazingly helpful students like Adam Bucci or Xander and Zach Butkins? How am I gonna hang my lights and posters next year? Now, sadly, there were some things that we missed out on. And no, I'm not talking about anything related to the pandemic. I'm talking about how we all missed out on Greg Boudry breaking the world record for chicken nugget eating at the talent show. By the way, Greg, we never doubted you. Unlike some of my G1 students who doubted my knowledge of Drake and his music. By the way, Nick Hooper, I'm still upset. We also can't forget stopping into yearbook class and seeing Zach Poirier singing 80s hairband songs while working on the sports pages. Or popping into drawing class to hear Miss Bovenzi and Jeremy Feets discuss grunge music while drawing caricatures. Did I mention that this class has some serious dance skills? And by the way, if you didn't already know that, you might know it. You might also remember that there wasn't enough water or cups at prom. Thank you, Mr. Glassberg, for being the MVP of hydration that night. Finally, and my personal favorite, the amazing hair. Kayla Krupa, Abby Busquet, Brianna DaCosta, Liliana Fife, Paige Martins, Elizabeth Lucier, Simone McNeil, and Carissa Musso. Thank you for always bringing the colorful vibes. Class of 2022, Mrs. Bovenzi, Mrs. Boyden, and I have appreciated all the time that we've shared with you and we hope that you know we are extremely proud of you. As many advisors say, each class is special in their own unique way. The class of 2022 is no different. You have weathered many storms, which include a global pandemic, Zoom, hybrid teaching. For 2 years, you watched events that shaped the lives of many classes before you slip away, and you made the best of every situation. We came together this final year and changed the way that homecoming has ever done before. We rearranged this year's winter ball into a beautiful spring gala. We revived the PHS talent show that hasn't happened since 2018. We did all the things with the understanding that each moment would turn into a memory and we would continue to remember the people by our side. And here we are, celebrating all of you and what you have done to make it to this point. As you move on from your time at Pontiac High School, please remember that you have left a lasting impact on your teachers, peers, and the community as a whole. But now, you have the ability to leave an even more powerful mark on the world. Remember that each opportunity is a way for you to learn and grow, as well as share the knowledge that you will continue to gain in the next chapter of your life. Remember that there are many stories being created in this world, and it is important for you to consider who is writing them, who's telling them, who benefits from them, who's missing, who's being erased, and who is being silenced. As you raise your voice, be impeccable with your words and speak with strength. When you meet new people, don't make assumptions. Instead, find courage to ask questions and rely on productive communication. As you work towards your future goals, always do your best. Even if your best looks different from the time before, it's always your effort that matters. Never take things personally. While we are the main character in our own lives, that is not the case for those around us, and we can only control our actions and our responses. Finally, remember to have fun, remember to laugh, remember to try new things. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. We wish you the best, and in the words of Mr. Mascarelli, we hope you continue to have a sparkling life. Thank you. I would like to now call up Miss Lily Wells Dannenfelser to share a small token of appreciation from the class of 2022 to some who have supported us a great deal this evening and this year.
Hi, I'm Lily Wells Dannenfelser, and I'm here today to honor some of our faculty and administrators here at Pontiac High School. On our first day, we were greeted by our principal, Dr. Palazzo, and assistant principal, Miss Grandel. They have known us since we were all new to the school and led the way ever since. Recently, Dr. Palazzo has just been sworn in to replace our superintendent, Dr. Barnes. You all know him and have probably heard him say on many occasions, Snow School, Foster Gloucester. Although you are leaving the Pontiac School District, we will always be thankful of your time here. On behalf of the class of 2022, congratulations to Miss Amanda Grandel for becoming the new principal and Dr. Renee Palazzo, the superintendent of Pontiac School Districts. We would also like to thank our faculty and staff for all the support over the years. Although we don't say it enough, we appreciate all you have done for us and thank you for making our 4 years here a great experience. Ms. Fratz and Ms. Paquin, have been a huge help for the past few weeks, putting in extra hours to make this day memorable. And lastly, I would like to thank our amazing class council and advisors for all the events, planning, and fundraisers that have happened throughout the years. If Dr. Barnes, Dr. Palazzo, and Ms. Grandel could please stand and come up here, we have something for you. Where's Miss Fratz? You as well. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We did it.
Thank you very much. Our concert band will now play How Far I'll Go. Curious, and mature are words used to describe Alyssa Peretta, the second-ranked member of the class of 2022. She truly embodies the definition of being a scholar athlete. She has earned a cumulative GPA of 4.67 while also competing in school and competitive soccer. A member of the National Honor Society, Alyssa has enrolled in a total of 10 honors and 9 AP courses, and is a completer of the very rigorous Project Lead the Way biomedical pathway. She will be attending Yale University in the fall to study neuroscience. I am proud to call up to the podium our salutatorian, Alyssa Peretta.
Good evening, everyone. Today we're here to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2022, and it's an honor to be standing here as this class's salutatorian. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the families, friends, teachers, and administration for getting us here today, about to walk across the stage and start a new chapter. Thank you for the endless support and guidance. Let's give them a hand. We could not have gotten here without these supporters, but more importantly, we couldn't have gotten here without each other. So, fellow graduates, I would like to thank you all for constantly supporting one another, for leaning on and guiding each other through an unknown path. 4 years ago, we came into high school thinking we knew it all, the whole school, students and teachers alike, hated us for our conceited, arrogant attitudes. Really, we can see now, we knew nothing at all. High school certainly had its difficulties, the stereotypical ones, and of course COVID, which we're all so sick of hearing about. We only had 3 homecoming dances and winter balls, just 2 battle of the classes, and only 2 normal school years. But I'm not going to stand up here and complain because we did it all together. We embraced the challenge and we grew from it. Let's just look at our sports teams. We won championships for girls hockey and basketball, unified basketball, football, and cheerleading. Not only did we see success in sports, but our band and chorus received superior and platinum rankings at the Grady's Festival, as they always do. We've had many more accomplishments, but my point is that despite hardships, we've always made the best of what we were given. There were challenges, but I wouldn't change a thing, because time flies by and there's nothing we can do to change that. All we can do is embrace every moment, the good and the bad, the expected and the unexpected. We have to make the best of everything we're given, and more importantly, be the greatest version of ourselves that we can be, because we can't go back and change things. We've seen in pretty much any movie involving time travel that we can't change the past, not only because time travel is thus far impossible, but because changing the past alters everything that led to our present. Thus, we must cherish the moments we are living in and make them, and ourselves, the best we possibly can. As Tony Stark stated in Avengers Endgame, no amount of money ever bought a second of time. We made the best of our 4 years in high school, and it's crucial to continue this for the rest of our lives, as we'll all go our own ways. Challenges will arise in life, and people will change, but we have to embrace it all. Because time flies by, it will continue to pass, just as it has in these past 4 years. Throughout high school, because I realized how fast time slips away, I've carried around disposable cameras to capture my valuable yet vulnerable moments, to hold on to time and memories for longer. I brought them to proms, spring gala, the first few weeks of school, and pretty much everywhere else I go. I've captured over 162 impermanent moments and made them permanent, timeless. Furthermore, I'd like to capture one last moment with all of us together before we go our own ways, before we embrace the inevitable change that awaits us. Thank you, parents, teachers, friends, and most importantly, thank you and congratulations to the class of 2022.
And now our concert chorus will sing With a Little Help from My Friends. I would now like to call up our senior council members, Jenna Green and Skylar Kohansky, to present the class gift to our junior representatives, Abigail Begelli and Rachel Saylor.
The class gift has been a long-held tradition, signifying a class's mark on the school and Ponagansett community. I'm sure each and every one of us have taken keen notice to these monuments as we enter the building, walk through the halls, or avoid Mr. Karen in the pacer test in gym class. Each of these monuments is a unique embodiment of its class and their hard work during their 4 years here at Ponagansett. Now, as we say goodbye to our time at Ponagansett, it is our chance to leave a mark on the school. It is of no surprise that we all went through something unimaginable during our high school careers. A worldwide pandemic that not only prevented us from coming to school, but severed many connections with our peers.
In the fall of 2020, we unified grades 9 through 12 post-quarantine, mid-hybrid learning to create a message of hope, inclusion, and kindness. Each student painted their own rock with a message that was special to them. Our project will be called the Kindness Garden, and it will remain on display at the entrance of the school. With the help of the agriculture and materials and manufacturing departments, we will plant many flowers and prepare the space to highlight the message of our all-inclusive community. The garden will also include a bench and welcoming and encouraging students and visitors to take in these messages that encompass many of our principles our school prides itself on. Although our time at Ponagansett has come to an end, we hope our messages of kindness will leave a lasting imprint on the school, and like many other class gifts, it will be cherished for years to come.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Abby, and this is Rachel. We are the president and vice president of the junior class. The junior class would like to thank the seniors for being such great role models over the last 3 years. As you all know, these past few years have been full of challenges for every member of the Ponagansett community. However, with the class of 2022 close by our side, myself and other students have persevered through this hardship. I believe I can speak on behalf of the entire junior class when I say it is bittersweet to watch the class of 22 graduate. They have been there for us since our very first day of freshman year, and have watched us grow into the individuals we are today. Not only are we letting go of those who we looked up to, but for some of us, we are letting go of our closest friends. Representing the junior class, we greatly appreciate the generosity of the seniors to put this gift together for us. I'm sure we were all nervous to this school year due to the unpredictable circumstances, but fortunately, we were able to celebrate the class of 2022's final year at Ponagansett in some form of normalcy. As they've been taken these less than ideal situations and transformed them into lifelong memories, it brought the junior class great joy to watch these graduates complete their final year of high school as they deserved. The gift I am about to accept is symbolic of the dedication and thoughtfulness the senior class exhibited at school every day. To our seniors, we appreciate all you have done for our class as well as the entire student body throughout the past few years. Although we are sad to see you leave, we are extremely proud of your accomplishments. So on behalf of the Ponagansett class of 2023, thank you to the senior class for the thoughtful gift, and most importantly, congratulations.
Next, I am excited to acknowledge Mr. Thomas Hall, a former English teacher at Ponagansett High School. Mr. Hall, if you are in attendance, would you please stand up? Miles Religio, would you please come to the podium? Miles will now read the Ponagansett High School alma mater written by Mr. Hall.
May her green fields and forests, blue skies and sparkling waters, for air inspire our hearts with joy and fill our minds with peace. May the warmth of human friendship in corridor and classroom instill a love of learning that will all our lives increase. From the chill of the winter, let us learn to be enduring, to stand against the darkness, and to journey in the light. For the bonds that none can sever, fond memories forever, sing the praise of Ponagansett. May her name shine ever bright.
I would like to present Dr. Renee Palazzo, our newly appointed superintendent of the Foster Gloucester Regional School District.
Thank you. I wish you all could see what I see standing up here, sitting back there. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty amazing. And I'm just really, really happy to be here with all of you, even as I transition into my new role. But I won't make this about how happy or excited I am, but you have to know I feel privileged to stand before you. I want you to take a moment and think back to your first week of school. We started on a Wednesday, and we had some activities Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It rained Wednesday and Thursday. Not sure if you all remember that, but I won't forget it because field day was canceled, but I'm happy you had one earlier this week. We started the school year with a theme of Together Again, and it seemed really appropriate because it had been a while since we were together. We started right here in this same area, and I almost wasn't going to mention Mr. Perillo, but I just don't think I cannot mention that. Those dance moves from that math department still leave me speechless. We kicked off the school year as a group, students, faculty, and staff, and it was fabulous. The assembly day was warm and really just appropriate for such a celebration. I hope you all felt that way because that's the way I did. And now here we are. This day was probably not one you were thinking about because you were just starting your senior year, and here we are. We had teachers dancing, students leading, and who could forget those inspirational words from one of our graduating seniors, Zach Sprague. Thank you for touching the hearts of many. We started the school year with a unified message. And again, this day seemed so far away, yet here it is to talk about that message, and you've heard a lot of it throughout the speeches tonight. So to celebrate it again, we've invited your family, your friends, community members. We chose to be together. And my message to you is to remember that everything in your life is a choice. Might not always seem like that. You had to be in school at 7:48. I know. Might not have seemed like a choice, but it still was, and you came, and you were successful, and you smiled. I'd like to offer you one more choice. I'd like to offer you to always choose happy. Okay, Dr. Palazzo, very cliche. It's really not. Because happiness is not given, it's not a guarantee, and it doesn't just happen. It's not always a reality in every moment. I know that. But it's an option for most moments. Happiness doesn't mean that everything is perfect, but it means that you've chosen to look past the imperfections, and you know what? That requires work, and that requires effort. And Ms. Burns spoke about effort. It comes from staying true to yourself, your feelings, and your emotions. It comes from having the courage to ask and try to fall down to get back up again. It comes from knowing your purpose, sharing your message, pursuing it passionately, and not leaving anyone behind in the process. It's the mindset that allows you to feel angry, but choose to not stay that way. Make a mistake, but choose to learn from it and be better because of it. It's okay to not know something, but own it and don't blame someone else for it. It's okay to question, doubt, and be confused, but choose not to hurt others in the process. You see, these are intentional choices, and in those I'm asking you to choose the one that will lead you to happiness. Define your own happiness. Make your own way. And keep those close to you who matter most close to you. This will only occur with repeated, intentional actions. So don't take strides that are too large because you will tire quickly. Don't eliminate everything at once and change it because you might throw out something that was good and worked. And don't turn away from an uncomfortable situation or you could miss a great opportunity to grow as you've grown in the 4 years you've been here. Instead, view happiness as a culmination of small steps, holding on to the good, letting go of the bad, and a process of continued progress. I found this quote, and it seems to really capture it well. Happiness should never be your end goal, but it should absolutely be your journey. So whatever the next part of your journey holds, look to defining it through honesty, kindness, commitment, laughter, and of course, happiness. Finally, my friends, I want to thank you for keeping me smiling and laughing, and know how much you will be missed. You've left an impression on Pontiac High School, and I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, wish you well. At the end of every graduation speech, I've encouraged the senior class to lead with fear. So if you've heard this before, I apologize, but I really don't. I'm happy if you've heard it before. It's a message I stand behind. A friend of mine once said that fear could have two meanings. The letters F-E-A-R could mean forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Class of 2022, I encourage you to rise on the next phase of your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Palazzo. I am thrilled to introduce you to Kyle Curran, a wonderful musician who will be playing Bob Dylan's "The Times They Are A-Changin'." Thank you, Kyle. I would like to call Ms. Heather Bovenzi up as she will recognize our ideal chieftains.
All right, hello and welcome everyone. I'm very proud that I get to make this speech, and I'm very proud that I taught these two individuals. To the communities of Foster Gloucester, as well to our school community, we have a lot to be proud of, and I am certainly proud to announce the two winners of the Ideal Chieftain Award for this year. Thank you to all of the stakeholders that have contributed to the education of this graduating class. Collectively, we have helped to produce stellar students and citizens. They are scholarly, athletic, musical and artistic, analytical and logical, civic-minded, inclusive, and generous. These special gifts, abilities, and talents are abundant in this year's senior class. This particular group of chieftains has certainly made their imprint on our school's history. They will leave an indelible legacy of awards and recognitions and championships. While many individuals are able to shine in one or two of these areas, it is rare to find an individual who embodies all of these skills, gifts, talents, and abilities. Both of our ideal chieftains possess many of these attributes. Our first ideal chieftain has, in addition to earning and experiencing many accolades and accomplishments, managed to pursue success with unparalleled humility and poise. This ideal chieftain is consistently committed to working with others to see that they too are able to experience similar successes. A conscientious, high honors scholar, she has tackled some of our most rigorous classes, earning an excellent cumulative GPA and class rank. Her calm demeanor is a welcoming and much appreciated trait to her classmates and teachers. She has been a valuable four-year member of the class council. Her English teacher and class advisor notes that this ideal chieftain's easygoing yet hardworking personality is a perfect combination. On the athletic field, whether playing volleyball, track, or basketball, this four-year varsity athlete's dedication to hard work, practice, and teamwork has helped her gain first team all Division II honors, as well as helping the Lady Chieftains bring home this year's state basketball championship. Somehow, she still manages to find time to impart her passion for basketball to younger players, where she coaches and officiates in our local recreational basketball programs. While these accomplishments on an individual basis are impressive, what makes this ideal chieftain stand out amongst her peers is her perseverance and resolve to help others succeed. She seeks opportunities to make an impact on a cause larger than herself. This ideal chieftain has been a stalwart champion for our nationally recognized unified sports program. Instead of playing for the varsity volleyball team, this ideal chieftain decided to join our unified sports team as a mentor, and this year proved invaluable as one of our student coordinators for the entire Pontiac High School unified program and the Polar Plunge. Undoubtedly, our ideal chieftain will continue to shine as she pursues a degree in nursing at the University of New Hampshire this fall. Please help me in recognizing and celebrating Miss Campbell Boyden. I think my papers got a little messed up, but here we go. Okay. Our second ideal chieftain has helped to enrich our school community with his positive demeanor as well as his friendly and outgoing personality and leadership. He has consistently set out to challenge himself academically, and while doing so, has always been available and willing to assist those around him. A dedicated 4-year member of the PHS hockey team, this ideal chieftain has persevered in learning the skills necessary to be competitive, but more importantly, has embraced opportunities to be the perfect teammate, one who encourages and supports his fellow players and does his very best to work as hard as he can for the sake of the team over himself. He leads by example, which is something he also did as a player on the varsity lacrosse team. Pontiganset High School's music program that is highly regarded and well recognized is led by Mr. Mullen, and he shared that this ideal chieftain is a role model, respectful and dependable, an invaluable member who has helped younger students in his section. Mrs. DiPaolo, this ideal chieftain's PE teacher, adds, he is ambitious and courteous, a natural leader whose kind and approachable manner set him apart from his peers. A 4-year member of our successful DECA Club, which is a club that helps develop leadership skills for students interested in business and marketing, this ideal chieftain represented the school while competing at the State Career Development Conference and was instrumental in helping the club with its successful fundraising efforts. His encouraging spirit and friendly smile allowed him to be a wonderful mentor and teammate on our unified sports teams for several years. He is a leader by example, a counselor to his peers, the ultimate ambassador for Pontiganset High School, possessing undeniable school spirit, a genuine and friendly approach, and an authentic sense of inclusion and dependability. We know that this ideal chieftain will continue to lead and help to make his community a better place as he pursues a business degree at Bryant University in the fall. Please put your hands together for our ideal chieftain, Mr. Jacob Soares.
Congratulations. Abigail Basquet is the current valedictorian for the class of 2022. Abigail has been described as well-spoken, attentive, open-minded, and energetic. Abigail is first in her class, earning an impressive 4.79 GPA. She has enrolled in a total of 14 honors, 7 advanced placement, and 4 concurrent college enrollment courses. She is a successful completer of our music performance and education program while also exploring multiple computer science and engineering courses. She is a member of the National Honor Society, was recognized as a commended student in the 2022 National Merit Scholar Program, and earned a perfect score on the PLTW Computer Science Principles end-of-year course exam. Abigail is a well-accomplished musician and scholar. We know she will be successful in her future endeavors at Brown University and beyond. Please welcome to the podium our valedictorian, Abigail Basquet.
Welcome, graduates, family, friends, teachers, and staff to the graduation of the class of 2022. The first time that I stepped foot in our school building was 4 years ago, just in time for the graduation of the class of 2018. As an 8th grader newly accepted into Ponegantset's Wind Ensemble, I had the privilege of playing with the band at graduation. It was a beautiful day of celebration filled with countless speeches about the rewarding journey of high school, discovery of purpose, and a sadness to leave. I learned a few things that day. First, that I never wanted to play Pomp and Circumstance again, and second, that I was actually really excited to start high school. I was excited to be part of our incredible band. I was excited to meet new friends in new classes, and most of all, I was excited to see who I would become over the next 4 years. Back then, I had only a vague understanding of what the point of high school was. For one, I did know that high school was meant to prepare us for our futures, the futures that started in the unbelievably faraway year of 2022. And at that time, I knew that future was primarily academic. I knew that my future probably meant college, and I would need impressive grades to get there. But beyond that was a big mystery. I also knew that high school was meant to help us find our people, the friends that would support you through the painful classes, the disappointing breakups, and as I would later learn, the isolation of a pandemic. And in many ways, I've seen us exceed our freshman year hopes of success. Many of us are now prepared for our unique futures, whether academic or career-focused. Alyssa, our salutatorian, is graduating with a crazy high GPA and is off to Yale next year. Yale. We had over 150 CTE program completers this year, and for some that meant a ticket directly into the workforce after graduation. Many of us have now discovered our passion or our purpose, and we made friends along the way. Our sports teams have achieved impressive wins, including our unified team with their victory in the Unified Basketball Championships this year. Both our bands and our choruses have persevered through the complications of the pandemic to put on 4 amazing in-person concerts this year, and each earned platinum at the Great East Festival this past May. In many ways, our high school years have shown us that we are prepared to do great things. But what I didn't quite grasp those 4 years ago was another aspect of what being prepared for the future looks like. I didn't yet see the complexity of the diverse social and cultural climate in the world outside of Ponegantset that we would need to be prepared for. In this world, we would need to know how to navigate differing views, unfamiliar cultures, and identities that we may not totally understand with compassion and with grace. High school has proven to be a valuable trial run of life in this bigger world, and in some ways it has been an encouraging window into the positive change that our generation can create. I saw some of this life-changing inclusion during my sophomore year when I was able to work with Mr. Coyne, several members of the PHS band, students from our school's special education department, and the organization United Sound to redefine music education. Our purpose was to use that redefinition to make instrumental music education more patient, more compassionate, and as a result, more inclusive. Working with Hannah as we learned to play half-note soups and quarter-note cakes was the highlight of every week, and it was beautiful to see how seemingly small and simple efforts of inclusion on my part could bring us all so much joy. Unfortunately, these positive memories of inclusion have been clouded by too many troubling memories of seeing exclusion and an intolerance for differing identities. And recent events have further proven that there is much growth to be had in our community when it comes to demonstrating true acceptance and authentically embodying inclusion. On the first day of every school year, our school recites the Inclusion Pledge, and it reads, "As a member of the Ponegantset family, I pledge to look for the lonely, the isolated, the left out, the challenged, and the bullied. I pledge to overcome the fear of difference and to replace it with the power of inclusion. I choose to include." And while a beautiful sentiment, I want to comment on this, that we cannot pick and choose when and to whom to be inclusive, because to do so undermines the very basis of the idea. And it is the smaller actions, those in private, that prove the grand public actions authentic. And in this case, even one story of exclusion is too much. It voids the authenticity of our community's pledge. When it comes to hate, there is no such thing as an isolated incident, and ceasing to acknowledge this is tolerance. We must do better. We must meet unacceptable behavior with real consequences to prove that there is no place for hate in our community. To our graduates, as we head out into the real world, I encourage you all to keep an open, empathetic, and compassionate mind, because outside of Ponegantset's walls lie worlds of new people, each with their own unique identities and personal challenges that you may or may not know about. Navigating this will be a challenge that we will encounter everywhere we go, and there will always be a learning curve, whether that be in college, in the workplace, within our families, or in social circles. I am a person who hates change, and I am terrified for next year. Terrified to be in a place where I know no one and where I will have to prove all over again from scratch who I am and who I stand for.
I'm terrified to be thrown into a world of so much diversity because while I'm eager to broaden my perspective on life, I'm scared that my fear of change will hinder my ability to be as inclusive and as accepting as I hope to be. But we must, because change is important and change is necessary. And because of this, I say the following as both a reminder to myself and a last piece of encouragement to you, my peers. We must step out of our comfort zones and find ways to embrace the uncomfortable when meeting new people, new cultures, and new concepts, because doing so is the key to making truly inclusive change. We must pause our judgment, we must ask the hard questions, and be willing to truly listen to those answers. And this is how we will continue our growth past this day of graduation. I wish you all the best in your unique futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. I would like to introduce our Dean of Students, Mr. Mike Kalenda, for the presentation of diplomas.
Good evening and welcome. Abigail Truth Bosquet. Alyssa L. Peretta. Campbell L. Boyden. Kristen Lee Briggs. Kyle Raymond Curran. Jenna Raquel Green. Shannon Elizabeth Healy. Skyla Mackenzie Kohansky. Peyton Perla Lewis. Samantha Grace McPhee. Miles Mitchell Ralejo. Spencer Quinn Ralejo. Chloe Elizabeth Skeen Poria. Angelica Nicole Smith. Caitlin Sandy Tondro. Lily Marie Wells Dannenfelser. Darrell Eric Abbott. Layla Abuzara. Jonathan L. Adams. Romeo Anthony Akui. Jordan L. Albanese. Luca Gregory Alves. Sophia Rose Anacleto. Jordan M. Andrade. Sean Lawrence Bagdanovich, Jr. Destiny Ann Ballou. Colin S. Barlow. Matthias Takura Barros. Henry Junho Barry. Zachary Scott Bourne. Gregory Timothy Baudry. Francis Peter Begas. Connell William Beltram. Jamie Bennett. Allison Elaine Berger. Isabel Rose Besser. Salvatore Thomas Bianca. Mackenzie Brooke Boisvert. August Mark Botello. Morgan O. Braddock. Christopher David Brennan. John C. Briley. Tyler Brown. Adam J. Bucci. Richard Harris Buckley III. Shelby Isabella Budahas. Leah Ray Burlingame. Zachary R. Butkins. Xander J. Butkins. Jason Jr. Cabrera. Angelina Elvira Caetano. Kaylin Isabella Caraballo. Dawson Carone. James A. Carosi. Marcus Raymond Carpenter. Kendra E. Carey. Aiden Patrick Corley. Gianna Thea Schiraldi. Alexia Marie Shalwood. Abigail Claire Charpentier. Nicholas J. Kosher. Gavin F. Collette. Cassidy Lynn Collins. Monica Jade Conti. Evan Scott Coombs. Alex N. Crawley. Joseph Xavier Cronin. Sean Oliver Cullen. Jaden Matthew Sear. Grace Rose Lynn Dandino. Lilia Grace Davies. Giselle A. DeBarros. Brianna Lee DaCosta. Sol R. Dillon. Angela R. Damasio. Sean Dennis Robert Dooley. Patricia Adams Doran. Mason Drown. Clifton Y. Dew. Megan Rose Falls. Molly Catherine Falls. Brandon Faria. He's not with us. Jack Ferns. Jeremy Robert Feets. Liliana M. Fife. Emma Jean Fitz. Ty Andrew Flint. Cameron Ellen Forrest. Jaden Jessica Foster. Danielle Hope Franco. Logan Frappier. Aiden Riley Gapo. Aiden Matthew Gardner. Shayla Lee Garnett. Emma May Gearing. Mallory Elizabeth Gilmore. Grace Cameron Glasgow. Sarah M. Goins. Antonella Gabriela Gonzalez. Justice Rose Guin. Megan Felicity Gray. Alexandria Greggy. Hannah L. Greggy. Lacey Marie Hance. Maya Rose Hannah. Ruby Lynn Hannah. Max Z. Rubino. Jessica Rose Hassel. Mackenzie Hawkins. Maisie Alice Hill. Cameron Hollingworth. Justin Richard Hood. Nicholas Ryan Hooper. James Michael Hughes. Owen Christopher Iozzi. Nathan Theodore Jolliker. Kyle Jason Jowdry. Ian P. Kiernan. Jared M. Kosover. Kayla Isabella Krupa. Chelsea Elizabeth Kuntz. Did I skip one? I did. Ryan Joseph Krupa. Heather Lackalade. Jacob Earl Langlois. Douglas George LaRose. Kyan P. Leahy. Adam Joseph Lennox, Jr. Ella Lewis. Connor James Ladovsky. Sean P. Loft. Carter A. Loisel. Isabella D. Lombard. Dylan A. Lord. Jack Anthony Lucia. Elizabeth Shea Lucier. Fallon Suave Lusignan. Jeffrey W. Mackey. Duncan C. McLean. Graham Alexander McLean. Liam T. Martin. Madison May Martins. Paige M. Martins. Ashley Ann Mattow. Riley Maya Topin. Carissa L. Maynard. Asher J. McCoy. Simone Rose McNeil. Alfred Max Menard. Tatiana Lisette Merced. Mason Michael Mooney. Carissa Elizabeth Musso. Benjamin E. Nato. Gabriel Nahard. Tessa R. Nazareth. Nadia Ray O'Brien. Riley O'Neill. Chloe Lillian Olson. Jordan Nicole Oram. Robert E. Paiva. Hannah Catherine Parker. Leslie E. L. Peckham. Haley Candeas Pelicano. Brooke Lee Peterson. Christian S. Plouffe. Zachary Hunter Poria. Ava Marie Paulsino. Kylie Prescott. Sophia Grace Provincial. John A. Rambone. Arelis Ramus Cody. Crystal Lake Randall. Evan Kenneth Rhodes. Anthony Raymond Riccio. Megan Grace Rinaldi. Malin M. Riordan. Ethan D. Rivers. Michael W. Ross. Jonathan Rowley. Marcus Ryder Savoy. Maya Carolyn Schiavone. Abigail L. Schuyler. Ariana Nicole Scott. Ashley Isabel Scott. Sarah Josephina Seepy. Caitlin Grace Sharp. Abigail Joe Shiloh. Jacob Joseph Soers. Adriana Giuseppina Souza. Maya Renee Spence. Thomas Wade Sprague. Zachary S. Sprague. Aiden Robert Steer. Brianne Michaela Stevens. Brianne Elizabeth Stone. Elijah G. Stormont. Aiden E. Tamelio. Megan L. Tancreed. Isaiah David Thomas. Cassie Jean Thompson. Olivia Rose Tidd. Emma Josie Tarkowski. Andrew Joseph Tucker. Lucas Daniel Vanner. Ethan John Ventatulo. Nicholas C. Viner. Megan Lee Viveros. Reed Conlon Walters. Nathan Tyler Weedoff. Cassidy Ann Whalen. Jason Allen Whitford. Zhe Yi Shang. John Frederick Zambarano. Alexis Lee Czar. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Congratulations. I would like to introduce you to Mr. John Burlingame, a member of the school committee and proud parent.
All right, guys. We're almost done. Yes, Lee Ray. So, congratulations to all of you. It is now time to end the ceremony and move on to the next chapter in life. I have one last piece of advice, and I will be brief. While I was on a work trip a few years ago, we had a speaker make a presentation to us. His name was Nando Parada. They made a movie about what he went through. It was called Alive. And he's one of a few survivors of a terrible plane crash that happened in the early 70s. He crashed in the Andes Mountains and overcame all sorts of obstacles to survive. He went on to become very, very successful in life, doing some things that we could only dream of doing. His lesson to us at our meeting was, live for the present. You can't change the past. You can never guarantee what tomorrow will bring, but be present. God bless you all. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
All right, class of 2022, please move your tassels from right to left. Yep, if you want to. All right. All right, and now if you could all just be seated. Thank you. And Mr. Mullen will lead us in the recessional.
Stop with the hand signals. I need a couple things from you. One, clothespins to me. Behind, don't move, don't talk.